Hi, what's up? As you can tell from the title, this video will be about my top 5 favorite features of a Kindle Paperwhite. Just a bit of background real quick. So one of my goals this year is to try and read 20 books. I don't usually read, and this year I'm trying to change that, and that's where the Kindle Paperwhite comes in. So far I've been really enjoying it, and here are my top 5 favorite features so far. The first feature that I really enjoy using is the fact that you can look up definitions of words just by clicking and holding the words. Basically, you click and hold the word and the definition just pops up in a little box, and you just tap out and then it disappears. So this has been really good because whenever I try to read books, like physical books, and I'd come across a word that I didn't know the meaning of, I would either just not look up the meaning of the word and kind of keep going, which isn't great because, it's an opportunity to learn and I was lazy about it. Or the second option is I wasn't lazy about it and I'd use my phone to look up the word, and then I'd proceed to get distracted for like 10 minutes because the phone's distracting. So this way I don't have to go to another device or anything. I can just look up the definition and then keep on with my reading flow. So love that. The second feature that I really enjoy is that you can zoom the text in and out and just make the font bigger or smaller depending on what you feel like. I find that when I'm tired but I still want to read, I prefer a bigger font just because it's easier on the eyes. But when I'm more well rested, just keep it to the regular smaller size. And yeah, it's a very simple feature, but I have found that I use it a lot, so it's on the list. The third feature is the time left in the chapter / time left in the book information that you get at the bottom left corner of the page. So if you want to change it from time left in the book to time left in the chapter, you just tap it, and then I think if you tap it again you can see the location, which I've never used that part. But the reason I really like this whole time left thing is because just the way that I approach reading, especially because it's a newer habit that I'm trying to develop, is if I start a new book and I can see that there's 6 hours of reading until the book is finished, I can decide if I read this 1 hour every day, I can finish this book in 6 days. Or if I'm looking at the time left in the chapter, if I have a goal to read a chapter that day, I know how much time is left or how much time I need to allocate to achieve that daily goal. So yeah, I love having that information. Also, the faster I can read, it adjusts the time left based on my reading speed as well. So hopefully as I read more, the time for each book will reduce based on my history of how quickly I turn to the next page. So that's really cool. Number 4 on my list is that you can highlight text in the book. So if I come across anything deep or interesting or something that makes me reflect, I can just highlight it and it's saved in a little document on the Kindle and I can look at it later. And I can actually even email it. So I've actually done that. I found a quote in a book that was relevant to my sister, and I was like, oh, she should see this. So instead of having to type it up on my phone or whatever, I sent it from my Kindle via email. I guess that's kind of 2 features, because not only can I highlight it, but then I can easily share it. Anyway, I'm going to clump it into one because I still have a 5th one. Yeah, the 5th feature that I really like is the fact that you can disable the touch screen. The reason I like to do this is because I have watched other YouTube videos about how to increase reading speed, and one of the ways that many YouTube videos talk about is using your finger on each line as you read it, because this stops your eye from jumping across the line, and it's more of a smooth kind of flow, and that supposedly helps your reading speed. So I'm able to disable the touch screen and read using my finger. And then to turn the page, it just needs to be a very obvious kind of swipe to turn the page, whereas when it's enabled, you can even just tap it and it turns the page. Those are my 5 favorite Kindle features, or the ones that I've been using the most and enjoying the most, and a couple of honorable mentions. The first honorable mention is the fact that it's super light and sleek and portable. I can easily throw it into a knee bag, even like a small bag, or for some of the pants that I own, one of my pant pockets, because that's how big my pocket is, or that's how small this is. So love that. And the second honorable mention is the super long battery life. So I hardly need to charge it maybe once every 2 to 3 weeks. Then again, I don't really turn up the brightness often, but if I ever do, I always make sure I turn it back down before I turn the Kindle off, because then that will save battery as well. So just based on how I use it, the battery lasts me a very long time. So yeah, those are my favorite features of the Kindle Paperwhite. If you are an avid reader, or if you're someone like me that's just trying to start reading, I think it's worth getting. I'm definitely not sponsored at all. Just my opinion, as somebody who's trying to improve themselves this way, is that it's been good. It's been pretty good. Anyway, so if you like the video, please press like and maybe consider subscribing. Yeah, okay, bye!